As Rotarians, all of you here already know why an international convention is so special. It's a chance to see old friends, find new ideas, and learn more about Rotary. It's a chance to connect to every corner of the Rotary world and really feel how truly international Rotary is. And most of all, a convention is a chance to be inspired by everything that Rotary does in so many places and in so many ways. Now, as General Secretary, one of my goals has been ensuring that Rotary's work is recognized, especially our role in the eradication of polio. Today, I'm happy to report that Rotary is receiving the international recognition we deserve. In the past year, Rotary has been the subject of feature stories on the BBC and in The Economist magazine and in many other media outlets. A few months ago, Time magazine's international edition ran a cover story on polio eradication, with Rotary prominently featured as a leader in the eradication effort. Now that we truly are this close to eradicating polio, our public image is more important than ever, because the more our good work is known, the more prepared we'll be when polio is eradicated for whatever lies ahead. And each of you, the Rotarians of the world, can help raise Rotary's visibility even more by lending your own voice to the polio eradication effort. Rotary has created a new website, endpolionow.org, which tells the story of our 25-plus year effort to end this disease and gives people the opportunity to support the effort. I encourage everyone here to visit endpolionow.org and share it over your social media networks. Tell your social media friends and followers to do the same. Right now, Rotary's social media platforms have about 200,000 friends, fans, and followers altogether, which is good, which is not bad. However, we should have at least 1.2 million followers and fans. Don't you agree?
I bring you warm greetings from the Republic of Liberia, and I bring you warm greetings from the peace movement in Africa. We have a problem. I always say our world is now upside down, and we need to work hard to turn it upright. Unfortunately, we have a disease in this world that has taken over, and that disease is called individualism, bystanding attitude. It's not my issue. It's not my concern. I shouldn't get involved. Stay other people's business. Don't melt into this. This bystanding attitude and people's inaction because of their bystanding or individualism has led to many ills in our world. Rogue regimes have perpetuated themselves on the poor in many countries at the detriment of the ordinary people. Our inactions have seen people institute laws and policies that are detrimental also to the well-being of communities. Our inaction have led us to see half of the world population, women being mistreated and abused in different parts of the world. People's inaction have led to social and moral values being disintegrated in our societies, or community fabric has been destroyed. A few months ago in Kenya, I read by email, because I'm a part of a listserv of activists, the imposition of taxes on unga, milk, and flour, 16%. A group of activists in Kenya decided, no. 16% on these basic commodities mean the ordinary poor Kenyans will carry the government on its back, and they're already suffering. They rallied, they mobilized. 3 days ago, we got emails that the bill was killed. This is what people do when they care or decide we will not have bystanding attitude. I'll take you to DR Congo, where there's a doctor called Dr. Dennis Mukwege. Dennis' work is to do work on women who have been affected by rape and abuse. A few months ago, his house was attacked His security was killed. Dr. Dennis was flown out of DR Congo and into Brussels, where he could have lived and be comfortable and do other things. But constantly we saw emails from him. I want to go back. What of those women? These are stories of just few individuals in communities, some of you in this room, who have decided I'm no longer going to be a bystander, but rather I will get involved. I will melt on hot surfaces, whether it's my business or not. I will get involved because I too want to be able to turn this upside down world upright.
Well, just before I go on, I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to come and share my message of peace. You know, seeing an audience like this gathering, it's a sign of hope that there are people working underground to try to make our world better. Well, I come from South Sudan, but South Sudan was a part of Sudan before it split into two. I was born in the most difficult time. My country was at war, and the war reached the core of my family. All my aunties died during the war, including my mom. All my uncles except two. And by the age of 7, my father gave me out and telling me I should go to school in Ethiopia. And during that time, thousands of kids were collected from their parents. But their parents were not comfortable, so because my father was in charge of the area, he gave me out, and then the parents said, okay, if his son is going with our children, then our children are going to a better place. So we walked to Ethiopia. It wasn't an easy journey. Thousands of kids died on the way. Some died of starvation. Some were killed by dehydration because we were crossing deserts, crossing the rivers. There were hippopotamus, crocodiles were eating the children too. And also heavy currents for young people who were not able to cross. As I want to mention about Sudan, the politics in Sudan is very dynamic, complex, yet at the same time, it's simple. We had a government that was supporting a specific faith and a specific ethnic group. So the government at that time made the country to become an Arabic state and made the country also become an Islamic state. Most of the resources come from South Sudan. Slavery was still being practiced. So there was no equality, there was no equal distribution of resources. And so the people in South Sudan, some of them, the students, start asking questions because the country was split into the Muslims get the better jobs and the non-believers don't have many rights as them. And so it was crippling people. And so those who protest and question the government were persecuted, and that's when the pressure built up and a rebel movement was formed. 2.5 million people died during that war. And what the government did was they said, if you want to catch the fish in the pond, you have to drain the water. The fish was the rebels, and the water was the people. And that's why they would send bombers into the village to just drop bombs. They would send militias on the ground. And so many people died during that time. So in a journey when I arrived in Ethiopia, we thought this is going to be a better place for us. But I was surprised at how things went there. Seeing 6, 7 years old burying their own dad. And I began asking many questions. And later on, I got trained and I became a child soldier. And the training wasn't easy. When I was being trained, I said, once I finish this training, I want to kill as many Muslims and Arabs as possible. And that's what I thought was what the war was all about. But I no longer feel this way anymore. So, what is peace? I want to ask one person, maybe I like learning from the people. So I want to ask anybody here in front, what is peace in your own word? Can anybody describe it here, this side? Anybody? What is peace? You want to say? Okay.
For me, peace is having bread to eat. Peace is fresh water. Peace is peace at home. Education for the children. But when I say bread for me, water for me, education for my children, my peace means bread for all, water for all, education for all, everything to be shared, and that is peace for me.
I mean, that's amazing. Everything that I want to say has been summarized in one word, in few sentences. So peace to me is justice, equality, and freedom for all. Peace is when my belly is full, which she said, peace is bread. That's why an empty belly does not know law. If your belly is hungry, you cannot think. It's hard to go to an area to try to tell people not to be violent when there are no opportunities on how they can find clean water or how to feed themselves.
Help me scream and shout that we want peace. Big love to Emmanuel Jao.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm looking for some people who's looking for peace. Maybe together we could make the war cease. Now we can send mankind to the moon. We can reach to the bottom of the sea. That's why it really kind of baffles me that we cannot end wars and bring peace. We cannot change the way people act. We cannot change the way people think. So if we sit back, chill out and relax, civilization will soon be extinct. That's why I am. Yeah, everybody, I'm calling on the whole wide world. Let me see your hands on the back. Come on, people, would you help me? Let's scream and shout, cause we want peace. To say the least, I dedicate this song to the common people, caught in the middle of this common evil. I wish the world was a little bit better. Time we start looking at a man in the mirror. Fear is the down police. Fear make a German side with illness so he can feel a war genocide. I was weekend. Silent of the lamb cause nobody was speaking. That's why I am. I'm calling on the whole wide world. Come on, ordinary people. Come on, people. Would you help me? I want to hear a big scream shout. To say the least, somebody say it after Rwanda. And after Rwanda, not far from Rwanda. Who's gonna shout for the poor people living in Darfur? The world gone deaf, the world gone blind, the world busy sitting down on their behind. Nobody cared about a poor and needy, too busy sucking up to the rich and the greedy. For every little there's a villain. I am kidding, we're gonna shout sending our city. One more time, we got no more time. We gotta figure out a way that we could all combine. Like getting for the world comes tumbling down. The sound of voices out of city surround. You know what it's worth. Time to put our voice to work. We're gonna shake down heaven and earth. That's why I am. Calling on the whole wide world. Come on, people, would you help me? Let's scream and shout, cause we want peace. To say the least. Everybody sing with me this way, come on. Yeah, yeah. Go, go. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We are gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. Sing it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it. We want peace. We're gonna get it. We want peace. We want to get it.
We want peace, and we are gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Are you there with me, everybody? Come on, let me see your peace. Yeah. Thank you.
We want peace. We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.